Our thoughts, I know our thoughts to the viewers. For anyone who wants to get a message into Craig, please do drop that in now using hashtag CWCL2, and you can ask me directly at Cricket Badge Andrew Leonard. I'll try and get a couple of those questions quickly to Craig, as Dipendra Singh Airee does everything so fast it's hard for us to get a word in edgeways around his overs. I timed an over of his once at 68 seconds.
68,
crazy. But on the positive side, that could be quite transformational if you can qualify for that Women's T20 World Cup next year. You think about, Leeds and Manchester in particular, only not that far south of the border, and then iconic grounds like Edgbaston, Bristol, Southampton, and then Lords in the Oval. Yeah. Do you? I know you want to focus on quality.
Obviously I'm going to be the coach's line and try and get there first. But I think if we were there, I think we could definitely ruffle some feathers.
And I think people who know the women's game would agree with you.
I think so.
I think they would say, well, hold on, particularly in those conditions.
Yeah, I think so. And to be fair to the players, I'm actually more excited for them to actually play in front of their family and friends, and hopefully those people will get down to see us. And it is probably our only regret so far. The last World Cup in the UAE, I don't think we played as well as we could.
Reverse sweep, really effectively played by Finlay McCreath. I was told before he debuted he's got every shot in the book. He's really had a fantastic start to the international game, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And I was listening to the commentary when Liam Sweeney was on, and he says to hit the ball down that hill. Not that Liam would know, but Finlay's obviously remembered that, because that is where the ball travels fastest. So he's made use of that well.
Doesn't it just? What about the Scottish women, the domestic game here? I know kind of the majority of your squad is actually playing down in England, kind of higher echelons, but is there a growth in the women's club game? And at youth levels, is there an appetite for the game to expand?
No, absolutely. I think it's quite a big part of my role now. Is obviously quite a lot of the girls are down in England, but it's given me a great chance to work with the best club cricketers in Scotland and the Scotland-based kind of squad. I think we've got an 8-team Premier League, of which the standard is improving a lot. I think especially in my 2 years here, it's improved incredibly amount, and there's probably 4 or 5 strong teams now, so that standard's getting ever better, and it's not a participation league anymore. The standard good enough to go and win games of cricket. And the most positive thing about women, especially in Scotland in cricket, are I think they're choosing cricket now, like the best athletes, and we're obviously competing with football and hockey and all other sports, but a lot of the young girls are choosing cricket. You can just see when they rock up the training, they're really athletic already, which is really encouraging.
It was a great campaign, I think, from the Cricket Scotland development team. I don't know, was it last year, a couple of years back, for train spotting fans? Not choose life, choose cricket. Yeah. Loved that, absolutely adored that. We're just going to keep you for a couple more hours because we are getting a few questions in. It's got Craig Wallace, the head coach of the Scotland women's team, of course, former men's international. 25 bowled. It is halfway through the first innings, 129 for 3. Just want to ask you personally about the men's team. You're still a young enough man. You could easily still be playing out there. You've officially retired, though. You don't harbour any aspirations of ever going back. How is the men's team? How much do you stay engaged with them? Where are they at the moment?
Yeah, no, not officially retired.
ये तो भला हो Amazon Prime का सिर्फ 399 में पूरे साल फ्री डिलीवरी के साथ जबरदस्त ऑफर्स भी मिलते हैं नीचे रख
जो दिल चाहे, it's on Amazon Prime. Unlimited free and fast delivery. Everyday offers. Shopping plans start at ₹3.99 per year.
Kind of Barrington and Lisa King-Cross, but some young ones coming through I've been really impressed with. Ken Davidson and Jarvis, and obviously Brandon McMillan's been absolutely incredible since he's come into the team and kicked me out.
Hasn't he just? He's been something else, Brandon McMullan, and not just with the bat. I know he's struggling for runs in this series, but with the ball he just continues to take wickets again and again. So if you have any questions, get them in quick to Craig Wallace. We'll get them at the end of this over at Cricket Badge on Twitter or Instagram. For me, great to have the Scottish women's head coach with us, as this is swept wonderfully well. Going to get to the rope. Not a particularly good effort from Arif Sheikh. He's kind of ended up sliding after it as Finlay McCreath has started brightly. Maybe the one weakness he's had so far, his strike rates haven't been the best at first, but he's warming up to the task.
No, I agree. I think he's, to be fair to him, as someone who's just started, looks incredibly composed at the crease. But I think Healing himself, his strike rates can improve. But he actually, from when I was watching, he looks to start really well. He gets to kind of 15-20 really quickly, and then maybe slows up a bit. So hopefully he can just keep this pace up and really get that score pushing up towards 300.
I haven't asked you much about Nepal cricket. They're a real inspiration, aren't they, in terms of the way they go about it, the way they feel, their energy, their dynamism, and their fans are something else too.
Yeah, no, they are amazing, especially for me being a local boy here, seeing, it's not as many today, but on the other day.
Hammered away Barrington's favourite zone yet again, as Airee takes a bit of punishment now too. Barrington has really pummeled that leg side. 4 more.
Yeah, no, it's just amazing seeing so many fans here watching just at this local kind of sports club, and Nepal cricket obviously struggled at the bottom of the league, but played really well in the first 2 days of this little tour. But they're just amazing. They're just so enthusiastic. Play cricket the right way, as we see a great stop.
Going to be 50 for Richie Barrington, and it's another bounce back to form from him. The century made against Netherlands last month was maybe one of the greats you will ever see. He now joins Kyle Coetzer on a record number of 50 plus scores in the history of Scottish cricket. They have the exact same number of 50s and 100s, 21 50s, 500s apiece. He's closing in on 3.
ये तो भला हो Amazon Prime का सिर्फ 399 में पूरे साल फ्री डिलीवरी के साथ जबरदस्त ऑफर्स भी मिलते हैं नीचे रख
जो दिल चाहे, it's on Amazon